Are you tired of buying the store-bought taco seasoning mixes that are full of a ton of unhealthy additives? Did you know that it's actually super simple to make your own homemade taco seasoning mix, and you probably have all of the ingredients already in your pantry? Hey there, my name is London Brazil from evolvingtable.com, where you'll learn how to make nourishing meals for your loved ones. And that healthy recipe today is a homemade taco seasoning mix. A few years ago, when I started eating a little cleaner, a little less gluten, I started to notice that a lot of the taco seasoning packets had a ton of unhealthy ingredients. We're talking MSG, anti-caking agents, artificial flavors, and then I discovered how easy it is to whip up your own homemade taco seasoning mix at home. If you're ready to get to mixing, come on in and let's get started. Let's first take a look at the spices that we'll need to go into this recipe. I normally buy most of my spices and dried herbs in the bulk section at our grocery store because honestly, they're a lot cheaper. I can just take them home and put them in these cute little glass jars. The base of this taco seasoning recipe is ground cumin. Cumin is normally used in a lot of Mexican cuisine, and if you've made any other Mexican-inspired dishes, you probably already have it in your pantry. Another crucial ingredient to this recipe is paprika. We'll be using regular paprika and not smoked paprika. If you feel like changing it up a little bit, add just a touch of smoked paprika to it and let me know how it goes. Some recipes do not call for chili powder. However, I find that it really gives our fajitas and ground taco meat a nice depth of flavor. And then, instead of using whole garlic cloves, we're going to be using garlic powder in this recipe. Cayenne pepper is a spice that gives this recipe a little heat and a bit of a kick. If you have some picky eaters in your house that don't like spicy food, I don't know, kids, a hubby, what's wrong with those people anyways? But if you have some picky eaters, you can always leave the cayenne pepper out without sacrificing too much on the flavor. But if you're like me, my hubby, family, and friends who live here in Texas and love our Mexican food to have a little bit of heat, let's just go ahead and keep the cayenne pepper in this recipe. Now that you have all of your spices gathered together, it's time to whisk it up. I'm gonna be using a medium-sized bowl with a whisk. If you're gonna go ahead and store the seasoning mix for later, you can just mix it together in whatever glass storage container you're using. Add 3 tablespoons cumin, 3 teaspoons paprika, 2 teaspoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1½ teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Whisk until your spices are well combined. You will want to use 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning mix per 1 pound of meat. An airtight glass jar will keep your seasoning mix fresh for up to 1 to 2 years if stored in a cool, dry place. Avoid placing your seasoning mix over the stovetop to maximize its freshness. Now that we have our taco seasoning mix ready to rock and roll, let's go ahead and whip up some sheet pan chicken fajitas. And if you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up below. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another nourishing meal to serve to your loved ones. See you again soon.